Hey everyone, this is my bar and mirror review. The rectangle one versus the circular bar and mirror. I've used this mirror now for two motorcycles. It's the classic bar end that comes with this sort of mount. So it clamps onto a 7/8 inch or 22 mil handlebar. I know you can get the 1 inch ones, but because I've never had 1 inch handlebars, I never bothered with those ones, so I cannot speak on behalf of them. But I've had two of these now on my motard, currently on in the background, and on a sport bike. I've For the circular ones, I have put these bad boys on the actual handlebars, and I'll put a photo of them up now. They were okay for the all intents and purposes, but I still found that they did not, have the field of vision that I would have liked. So really good for the sides, really good for the blind spot, but not really good for the rear looking behind you. Currently, I'm installing these rectangle ones on my bike now, and I have some photos up of them on the right hand side. The benefits straight out from the box are the ease of being able to move them in a much, there's a lot more freedom in moving the mirrors on the rectangle ones versus the circular ones. If you have a look through here, it rotates about there, and it's able to swing on its bar end here. Whereas in the circular one, it was only able to, let's see if I can do this, only able to move around in this little ball section here. Now if you have a look, once this bad boy is tight, you can't really move it around so much while it's on the bar. And when you tighten it down, obviously it restricts more movement. So yeah, I've never tried these rectangular ones before, so I'm gonna give it a go and tell you guys how much better or how much worse they are compared to the circular ones. Price wise, the rectangular ones are about twice, cost twice as much as the circular ones. Maybe it's due to, I don't know, more material used, but I don't know, but it's still, cheaper than buying those big ugly mirrors on the top of your handlebars. Other than that, the weight, the rectangle ones seem to be maybe twice as heavy as the circular ones. But once again, being able to move this in pretty much all directions is pretty good. And also having an option of having it, up here versus, below as a Street Fighter style, I guess. So up here versus down here. Okay, so here is my handguard without the mirror on it, and as you can see, there's not much room that I can put the mirror on. So what I've read was if you were to cut the handguard in, oh not the handguard, the grip in about two and a half centimeters, you'll be able to fit this guy, the bracket housing, the what's it called, this thing on the end of the bar, on the actual bar handle. But because my grip isn't fully rubber, there's plastic and rubber here, I can't do that. So what I did with this side was I used the bar end mirror that came with the bar end that came with the mirror to sort of give an extension to the end of the handlebar. So I attached the mirror to its original bar end and pretty much extended this end bolt here out a bit more for it to fit on. So I'm about to do it to this side, and I'll just walk you guys through what I did with this silver bit here, which came with the handguard. Because stock, this silver inlet piece here, you won't be able to fit. Okay, so the handguard is now off. Taking out the metal screw, which is, well, not know what this is, the metal thing that attaches inside the handlebar, but the nut is still inside. So to get it out, grab the bolt, put it in, find the thread. Yep, so we caught it and just come on. It's up. Push. Push. It's a boy. Okay, so we got the nut out. So the problem with the original Acerbis handguard is that it is. Now I lost the other one. Frick. Nope, it's in my pocket. Okay. Now the only problem with this fella here is it needs to go in quite deep because of the length of this thread, frictiony bit. So what I had to do with the other side was I had to cut it down using a hacksaw to about here, and what that does is that allows this this end bit to stop a little bit closer to the outside edge of the handlebar. So if you think of it this way, if the nut was out here, or in the middle here, the bolt will have to go that far in. So it only leaves me about this much space, which is pretty much, you know, close to how far the handguards are going. But because we need that extra space for the mirror, we need to bring it out at least out here, at least that far outside. So what that means is, let's see if I can do this. So it goes in this far, the bolt needs to be that far out, the silver bit needs to be that close in, so at least cutting off the height of that nut off this one. So that's what we're going to do. We'll leave this thing here, go to over my, as you can see here, here's the first 4 that came off the first one. So we're going to do it again to this. Okay, so what do you do next is you grab your mirror. It's over here. You undo all the extra bits that you don't need. So that's this rubber casing here and the nut, because we won't be using those. Okay. And because we won't be using this nut, this bolt, we can just leave that aside. Sandwich these two together and prep this side. So what I mean by prep is we want to make sure that this would fit in the first place. So tighten the nut onto the end of the bolt with the friction casing. Pop it in the end here and give it a little persuasion. What is this called? Friction piece? Spacer? Oh, we'll call it spacer, eh? To the bolt spacer. Okay, so once that guy's in, where's your mirror? Over here. Where's that long ass bolt? It's over here too. So now it's just a case of playing with the bracket, which I haven't unloosened here. And I just gotta play with this bracket here. Oh, that's on tight. Oh yes, there we go. Crack that nut. Mirror with sandwich piece 1 and 2. Big bolt. Big bolt through the handguard. Big bolt through the sandwich. 1, 2, and into the hole. Da 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 da. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. Now I gotta rotate this. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Exactly the same. So we've got this space here. That metal piece there, we'll just push it out a little bit, and all of this to it now is just tightening big bolt, this bolt, and the 2 bracket bolts here.